So I ended up using a shop vac to suck from right here and unclog it on the right. That's what the vat looked like once we finally got the oil actually drained out of it. Of course, I had tried using the stainless steel tool that you saw there to unclog it, but it was such a large chunk of debris stuck in there because they hadn't drained the fryer, even though they weren't using it for over a year, because we were waiting on them to make a decision about the parts. Because Frymaster has actually updated their controllers such that you have to replace the ignition module with a pair of thin wall ignition controllers and replace the interface board and update all the controllers. So that's what I was doing here, but first I had to deal with this nasty mess of gunk that was caught up in the fryer. Oh, that's so gross. So it looks like we did get it updated. That's good. So we're doing a boil out clean on this because of the sludge that was in there. So this is operating with the new fin wall controllers. I'm actually just gonna kill it now. But it is actually working as it should. So there's a new fin wall controller there and fin wall controller there. I should have showed you what that interface board looks like, but the new interface board has a pair of terminals instead of just one terminal for the controllers to hook up to. And yeah, it seems to be operating properly. We had to update the whole fryer bank, and with this one you update it with the controller on the left, and it's supposed to daisy chain all the way across, but when we did it the first time it didn't actually work, so we ended up having to do the entire procedure twice, and it just took a lot of time. I had to talk to tech support for quite a while, and it gives all sorts of weird messages while it's going through the update. There is a master switch right up in here, right there. See that switch? Right there. If you hold that down, it kills the power to the fryer. And after we did it, I killed the power to the whole fryer bank for like a good solid minute, and then turned it back on. And that seemed to make all the controllers actually communicate better. So. Also could have been a loose plug because I wiggled all the connectors on the back and made sure that they were fully seated. And it did actually update, so now they all have the proper firmware. So if I click the temp, well, okay, this one's operating. If I click the temp button on here, you'll see it'll run through the different OCF 30, 3000, and that update, and ATI and that update. So it is actually operating the correct update now. So because Frymaster did not renew their contract with Honeywell to make their ignition modules, they no longer make that ignition module that has the two spark igniters on it. So in order to update the fryer, you have to actually take an SD card and plug it into the controller, update the controller. After you install the new fin wall controllers, which you have to install two if it's the style where there's two igniters, and you have to install a new interface board if your existing interface board only has one terminal block. It's like a 6-pin or 8-pin connector, I think, and that goes down to the ignition module. So if you only have one of those on the interface board, which is the board between the main controller and the ignition module, then you'll have to get a new interface board as well. So basically, in order to update that fryer, we had to buy a $100 SD card software update kit, a new interface board, and two fin wall controllers, and then of course the wiring harnesses that came with, and get all that replaced. So kind of a lot to do, knowing that they no longer make that controller. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later.